Have you tried out and checked out that new Providoor place? No. I hadn't. I now have. They deliver. It's very simple. All you have to do is make it yourself. But I could just make it myself. So I had a look at their website. They're basically let's just say, a bit more of an upper class, higher class, quality food. But there is going to be a little bit of prep you have to do yourself. So I thought, fine, I'm handy in the kitchen, and we'll just document the experience and see how we go. So let's go and check out the website. And I'm going to go and order something. Okay, so take your browser, head over to providoor.com.au, and let's take a look at some of the delicious treats they have on offer. There's obviously a lot of restaurants, as you can see here, and judging from the pictures, they're not cheap. They're high quality. Pictures look great. They look appetizing. Let's take a look at this one, Cumulus. I think my wife likes ordering from them. Is it Cumulus? Is that how it's said? I don't know. I apologise if it's not, but let's have a look at what they've got. Okay, they've got a cooking class here with Ben Pollard. Sorry, Ben, don't know who you are, but I'm sure it's going to be good. Maybe we'll look at that another day. I like to fancy myself as a bit of a chef. And from the chef's menu, what do we have? Some classics, $75. Father's Day, $75. Well, it's for my wife's birthday. We won't do that. Let's just choose our own. How about we do that? Some appetizers. Yeah, they look cool. Not really sort of into that, but let's keep going. Small plates. Ooh, this grain salad. Now, if I know my wife, she's going to enjoy this. A grain salad, $16. Toasted almonds, chopped broccoli, parsley. Wow, she's going to enjoy that, I think. So, yeah, let's bite the bullet on this one. Let's add it to our cart. Okay, let's continue. What else do we have? I think that'll do for small plates. Let's move on. Oh, gnocchi. Have a look at that one. That one's just caught my eye. The baked gnocchi. Let's click on this. Baked gnocchi with king brown mushrooms. $17 per person. Looks yum. Let's take a look at what we're going to do, though, to put this thing together. Instructions and ingredients. Okay. To serve, we've got to preheat our oven. 220, sure. I can do that. We can remove the lid from the gnocchi, place the entire foil tray in the oven. Okay, so it comes pre-packed in a foil tray with a lid. No problem. 20 minutes to bake it. Well, that sounds pretty easy. All right, well, I think we're going to have a go at that one. Let's add it to our cart. Continue. Let's go back, see what else we have. Oh, the next one, the Weigu Brisket. Okay, that thumbnail looks pretty nice. Some nice broccolini there with a green olive braise. Okay, so what do we have to do for this one? To heat it, fill a large pot with 4 litres of water, bring it to the boil, place the brisket, which is in a bag, into the boiling water, simmer it for 10 minutes, and then do the same with the broccoli. Cook for another 5 minutes. Okay, so it's 15 minutes prep time for that. That sounds pretty easy. When it's done, take it out, pour the juices over the beef, and serve. All right, that sounds good. I think we might have a go at that one. So let's add it to our cart and continue. That's the trouble with coming to sites like these where the pictures look so good. You know, you get hungry. Oh, have a look at this one. A duck casserole with beans. Well, that's actually what the title gives away, but it's got sausage, smoked pork belly. Oh, I'm getting hungry looking at this. Okay, all right. I think I'm going to give this one a go. Let's have a look. Preheat your oven, 190, with the foil lid on. Bake it in the oven for 20 minutes. Remove the lid and bake for another 20 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes prep time, and that is it. Looks pretty simple. I think we'll go with that. The wife loves duck. I love duck. Add it to cart. All right, I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach right now. Let's look at a couple of desserts. They look pretty good. Ooh, chantilly cream. My eyes have sort of wandered, but let's go to this one here. The chocolate mousse, salted caramel, Florentine crumb. To serve, spoon it. Okay, well, there's not much to do here. Just eat it out of the bowl or serve it in your own, and just plonk the caramel on top. Okay, done deal. And the other one that did catch my eye was all chantilly cream. I know the wife loves that. Let's have a look. So what are we going to do here? Preheat your oven to obviously a lesser heat. That's okay. Place it on a cake rack, warm for 2 minutes, and then simmer the sauce in a medium pan. Don't boil it. Remove it from the heat, and place our cake in the saucepan. We're going to soak it in that syrup for about 5 minutes, and it's served with the chantilly cream on the side. Well, that picture seems to show it underneath, but that's okay. We'll forgive them for that one. Add that to the cart as well. I think we're done here. It's a lot of food, and let's just see. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. Beverages? No, we've got things we can drink. I drink water most of the time anyway myself, but that's fine. All right, let's check out our cart. What do we got? $172.50. Well, this is certainly no menu log. That's fine, but the food looks a lot better than what you're going to get there. Of course, you know, this is what we're paying for. We're paying for a special occasion dinner, of which we've ordered 3 mains there. I think 3 mains, a salad, 2 desserts, 6 things. Yep, sounds about right. All right, let's check out. I'm going to go through this process. I'm going to punch in all my details, and hopefully we're going to have a very nice meal. All right, well, my food's arrived in this box, as you can see here. Now, I'm saving you the hassle of watching me open it, but inside, this is what I'm greeted with. I'm greeted with, obviously, all the food packed nicely. It appears with some instructions on how we're going to go about preparing all of our meals. I really would stress that when you go ahead and you order something, do check these pieces of paper, because you know you might find that some of the instructions are slightly different from the website, and the most likely changes are going to be here. And I did notice a couple of changes to do with amounts of time or the temperature I was going to heat the oven to. So again, just do be aware that there might be some changes. So have a quick read. I mean, they're only very small. It's only a couple of lines of things you need to do anyway. So just do yourself a favor and make sure that you read that. All right, well, inside our box, you can see it's been pretty nicely packed. We've got our duck, we've got our rum, we've got our chocolate mousse there, along with a little cooling pack to make sure everything still stays nice and fresh. Now, also do take note, some of the things on here do say that you need to have them refrigerated. So if you're not going to prepare them straight away, certainly things like the desserts, they're going to have to go in the fridge anyway. So just be aware that if your meal is not going to happen immediately, you might need to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got in here anyway. Okay, starting with our grain salad. You can see we've got our grain salad in a container there, along with any toppings. Well, that's how the duck comes, and obviously it's sealed, and with our original instructions, it did say we're going to plonk it into the oven for 20 minutes with the lid on, the foil on, and then at the 20-minute mark, we are going to have to remove that. There's our gnocchi, same deal. That's going to have to go into the oven at the 20-minute mark, and of course, we will take that cardboard lid off. And that's how our Weigu comes packaged, with obviously the meat and the vegetables, in this case the broccoli, is going to be inside their own little sealed bags. And finally, of course, we have our desserts as well. Okay, well, together, look, it's well packed. It seems presented as good as you'd expect for this kind of food to be delivered and prepared. I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised. They've done an adequate job of putting everything together. And it's nice to see everything separated and everything labelled, along with an expiry date. So just in case, it's always good to know when this food came. So look, I've got to give them a thumbs up for the presentation. It seems nice. Good job, Cumulus. Good job, Providoor. I can't see any issues with this at all. Okay, so the first thing I like to do with any kind of menu that perhaps it's not one of my own that I just happen to know off the top of my head is to prepare. Time management is one of the most important things when it comes to cooking. Having notes like this is a terrific idea. Now, the second thing I would recommend is utilizing your smartphone. So whether or not you're an Android or an iPhone user, it doesn't really matter. Get Siri or Google or Alexa to create you a couple of timers. So as soon as you start, once that alarm bells start going off, the next step in your cooking plan is about to take place. You do that, you really can't fail. This isn't rocket science. It's a pretty easy thing to do. Most of the cooking's been done. We're really just heating stuff up. So doing it in the right order is going to ensure that you're going to have a terrific dinner, a terrific meal, and you're not going to be sitting there worrying about timing and things like that. Okay, so I have preheated my oven as per the instructions for the duck. So I've preheated my oven to 190 degrees. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to plonk the duck into the oven, and I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes because in 20 minutes time I need to take the lid off that duck, and then I need to plonk the gnocchi in the oven alongside it. So it's going to be a great night. I'm looking forward to this food. Let's get going.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have dreamed of this for a long time, held my breath for a while. Can feel the rooms on fire. When we kiss the walls, they are steaming and we burn like a fire. Do we have to lose? Or do you have to go home? Throw away the shoes and go home with the flow. Or do you have to lose? The world can just go on without you for a while. And you, these lips were made for you. Or do you have to lose? These lips were made for you.
Okay, it's that time. The verdict. Was it worth the money? Is it any good? Would I go back? Well, let's start with, was it worth the money? It wasn't cheap, but you get what you pay for. I had duck, I had Weigu, I had Gnocchi. These aren't exactly the cheapest things on most menus. So as a result, yes, it was $172 delivered. I'd say that's about par for course. It wasn't super expensive. It wasn't cheap. I think I got what I paid for. So was it worth the money? Yeah, it was. In terms of the quality of food, you could definitely tell we were dealing with good ingredients. So I would give that a big tick. As far as Providoor delivering on time and what I expected, they did everything that was expected of them. And it was a great experience, to be completely honest. I would definitely go back, and I will. I will give them another go because they did so well this time round. The only real issue is, if you're thinking about it and you're okay with the food that's on offer and the cost of it, is are you prepared to make a portion of your meal? I'm saying you're not really making it, you're preparing it. There is a little bit of prep you have to do. But the instructions that we were given from this restaurant were pretty clear, pretty concise, very easy to follow. The only thing that I could add to that is just plan out upfront your time management, because that's the most important thing. Look at the meals that you're getting, plan out, okay, which one needs to go first and which one needs to go in the oven first. And if the oven's got to be at different temperatures, plan around that. So for me, the only change I had to do was drop that oven temperature a little bit for the dessert. Not a big deal, because by that time we were eating our mains. I just dropped the temperature right before I served them and I was ready to go. So it was a pretty easy experience as long as you manage your time. So I used my iPad, as you saw. I just wrote out where everything needs to go, and everything was very, very simple. So look, with that in mind, I'll be back. I'll be back and I'll give them another go. And I reckon you guys who are watching this, give it a go. Let me know what you think. Sure, as I said, there is a little bit of prep. Not so much that's going to spoil your evening. It's very, very simple to do. And you can have a restaurant quality meal at home for an affordable price. And just takes all the heartache out of thinking, well, what am I going to make for that special someone in your life? So there you go. That was my experience with Providoor. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that, if there are any other foods you would like me to prepare from that same service. I had a good experience. Let me know what you think. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and hopefully we'll see you back in the next one. Have a great day.